Hello, my friend. I'm Gianfranco, and today I'm here in my olive grove to share with you something extraordinary. I want to talk about polyphenols, but first, to understand why these tiny nutrients are so important, I need to tell you where I am. We are in Molochio, a small village in southern Italy, Calabria region. This place has one of the highest longevity rates in the world. More people over 90 and more centenarians than almost anywhere else on earth. It all started here with the longevity diet studies by Professor Walter Longo from the University of Southern California. And today I want to share with you one of the secrets of this longevity, a secret that has to do with one word, polyphenols. We will see what they are, why they matter, and where you can find them. Not just in extra virgin olive oil, but in high quality extra virgin olive oil, and also in table olives made the traditional way. I'm sitting right now under this olive tree we use for the table olives of my family. Polyphenols are power natural compounds. The olive tree produces them to protect its seeds, which are inside the fruit. It's like an army created by nature to defend the olive. And when we eat them, they protect ourselves in the same way. You can imagine them as a little shields, fighting stress, inflammation, and aging. Think of them like bodyguards for the olive and for you. After protecting the olives, polyphenols also pass into the oil, and there they keep working. They defend the good fats from oxidation. They keep the oil fresh, stable, and alive. An oil rich in polyphenols, it is not only tastier, it is also healthier. But here is the problem. The oil you find on grocery store shelves in the US was pressed at least 6 or 7 months before. Then it travels in container, stay in a warehouse, too hot or too cold, and spend weeks under strong grocery lights. By the time it reaches your table, most of its polyphenols are already gone. And without them, the oil has lost its real value. The same happens when many new brands that appear every day in the US. They put a label on the bottle, but they have no control over the trees, the harvest, and the pressing. And without that, they cannot guarantee freshness or polyphenol. We said polyphenols are the natural defenders of the olive. But what are they really? They are tiny nutrients, small molecules that the olive tree produces to protect itself from drought, from pathogens. You can also find them in the other ingredients, but in the olives, their concentration is much higher. And they are the reason for the test. The bitter taste comes from the oleoreupine, and the peppery kick in your throat comes from oleocanthal. So, bitter and peppery are not the facts. They are the proof that the oil is rich in polyphenols. And here is where the skill of the producer matters. It's not enough to have many polyphenols. The key is to find the right balance between bitter and peppery. For us, the ideal amount is 600 to 700 milligrams per kilo. This level is very high, rare to find, and it guarantees real healthy benefits with a taste that it's balanced and pleasant. Yes, we could push tomorrow to 1000 milligrams per kilo, but what would be the point if we would only make the oil too bitter without giving extra benefits? Because the daily dose of polyphenols you need is already covered with 600 milligrams per kilo. The real art is not making the most bitter oil. It's making the best oil, healthy and enjoyable. So, when you taste an oil with the right balance of bitter and peppery, it contains polyphenols in the ideal amount. Not too many to ruin the taste, not too few to lose the benefits. And then the natural question is, what happens when these polyphenols enter our body? Every day inside us, our cells produce free radicals. These are unstable molecules, like little sparks. They attack our cells, causing inflammation and speeding up aging. And here is where polyphenols come in, just like they do with the olive and with the oil. They sacrifice themselves first. They oxidize instead of our cells. They take the damage so we don't have to. Look at this olive. An insect tried to attack it when it was still weak, and polyphenols stepped in to protect it, creating this natural scar. The same happens inside us. They defend, protect, repay. But remember, polyphenols don't stop time, but they slow it down. We have seen how polyphenols protect our cells, slow down aging, and reduce inflammation. And science confirms it. The FDA, the American Food and Drug Administration, recognized that extra virgin olive oil, thanks to its healthy fats and polyphenols, can help reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. Their recommendation is clear: at least 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil per day. But here is the problem. Not just any extra virgin olive oil works. To really have these benefits, you need high quality extra virgin olive oil rich in polyphenols. And if your diet is full of junk food, don't expect to reach longevity like we see here in my town, because 2 tablespoons of low quality oil won't do anything. And don't think that people here in southern Italy limit themselves of just 2 tablespoons a day. This is a true Mediterranean diet, wired, simple, cooked at home every single day. Lunch, dinner, even breakfast. The first and the last thing we use in the kitchen is always extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is not a magic pill. It's part of a lifestyle. Let's look closer at polyphenols really do inside us. For the heart, they help lower bad cholesterol, protect the arteries from oxidation, and support healthy circulation. For the brain, molecules like hydroxytyrosol cross the blood-brain barrier and protect neurons from oxidative stress, slowing down cognitive aging. For inflammation, oleocanthal is one of the most studied polyphenols. It is a natural anti-inflammatory. It works in a similar way to ibuprofen, but without side effects. And finally, longevity. It's not magic, it's simple, the result of cells that are better protected, less inflamed, and more resilient over time. In short, polyphenols are an invisible treasure that nature placed inside olives, and for centuries they helped the people like in my town, in Molochio, to live longer and healthier lives. But here is something surprising. When we think about polyphenols, we always talk about high-quality extra virgin olive oil. But one of the most powerful sources, maybe the most important in our Mediterranean tradition, has always been table olives. So now we have seen how polyphenols protect your heart, the brain, and our cells. And maybe you are thinking, so a good extra virgin olive oil is enough. And yes, that is partly true. And high quality extra virgin olive oil can reach 600, 700 milligrams of polyphenols per kilo. That is already very high. But here is the surprise. A fresh green olive just harvested like this can reach 20,000, 30,000 milligrams per kilo. It's an incredible concentration. And even traditional table olives like this, fermented slowly in water and salt, still keep 1,000 to 4,000 milligrams per kilo. Do you see the difference? Extra virgin olive oil of the highest quality, 600 to 700. Traditional tables olives, 1,000, 4,000. Fresh green olives like this, 20,000, 30,000. This is why for centuries here in my town, a simple handful of olives was one of the main daily source of polyphenols. Not only oil, but bread, oil, and olives. The secret of longevity was never in a single food, but in the combination. And table olives, made the traditional way, were always at center, like this. Like this. It's bitter, peppery, it's good, rich of polyphenols. This one have maybe 1 kilo of this, reach 3,000, 4,000 milligrams per kilo. But here is the problem. The table olives you find in a store today are nothing like the ones we made in the traditional Mediterranean tradition. To make them edible, they go through a process called the bittering, and this is where polyphenols are lost. The industry mostly uses three methods. The Spanish method, olives are treated with lye, then washed many times with waters. The results, sweet, honeyform olives, but with almost no polyphenols left. Another method is the Californian method. Olives are oxidized artificially. They turn black and shiny in just hours, but it's fake fermentation. Inside, the polyphenols are gone. There is another method that used in Italy. It's called Castelvetrano and very popular. It gives bright green crunchy olives, but again, heavy washing with lye remove most of the healthy compounds. So today, the olive you see on the grocery store shelves are almost always nice and the outside, but poor inside. Here in Molochio, we still do it the old way, like my mom does. Only water, salt, time, and patience. A slow, natural process. And that makes all the difference. These olives are still bitter, and the bitterness is the sign of truth. It means they still contain over 3,000, 4,000 milligrams of polyphenols per kilo. Industrial olives remove the bitterness, ours kept the life. Here in my town, Molochio, the elders never counted calories. They never talked about supplements or pills. Their longevity was built at the table every single day with the simplest things: piece of bread, a drizzle of fresh extra virgin olive oil, and a handful of handmade olives. That was their natural supplements, and that is what we still do today. Our oil has more than 600 milligrams of polyphenols per kilo, and our traditional olives reach over 3,000, 4,000 milligrams per kilo. This is not something you will find on our grocery shelves. We keep it for our family, for our customer, and for the people who choose to come here to work among our olive trees and to experience our tradition. The secret of longevity is not hidden. It is simple. It is daily life. Now, we have talked about polyphenols, how they protect the olives, the oil, and our body. We have seen that they are not only in a spoon of oil, but also in bitter olives made the traditional way. And we have seen that here in my farm and in my town, longevity does not come from a hide secret. It comes from a daily lifestyle: bread, olives, olive oils, every day for a lifetime. It is simple knowledge passed down through generation. Science today confirms it, but our grandparents already knew, without books, without studies, just with their way of life. True wealth is not complicated. It is in nature, and it is within reach. I want to say you thank you for walking with me here among the olive trees. I hope this journey has helped you discover something new. And I hope it showed you how precious real extra virgin olive oil is, and how table olives have always been part of longevity. here in Molochio. If you want to go deeper, I prepared a free guide that talk about polyphenol. Another one, I made other videos that you can recognize a real extra virgin olive oil and avoid being misled by labels. You will find the link in the description. And if you want to bring this lifestyle to your home table, you can find our extra virgin olive oil directly from the producer on the official website of my family, delibaoliveoil.com. And if you want, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next video. And one day, if you decide to visit us, we welcome you with bread, oil, and olives, just like our parents did. Eat well to live well. That is the spirit of the Liba olive oil. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.